Welcome back to the 68th episode of the RunToGold.com podcast. I've actually had a very busy time lately. We closed a deal which went out on the wire with a big publicly traded company, so that was exciting. And I also closed another couple of deals, the private type deals, and that's going to be very exciting because they generate about a 60% return cash directly to the bank account, paid on a monthly basis. So it's been very exciting. Been closing a lot of deals, and it's been a lot of fun. Anyways, I'm getting ready to get on the airplane and head down to South America again to look at some real estate. So hopefully be able to close another deal. Anyways, there's some big events that are going to be happening this week, and I'm sad that I'm going to be missing out on some of the action. For example, the CFTC is holding their hearing, and it's going to be a webcast that's going to be towards the end of the week about the gold and silver futures manipulation through the short positions, mainly held by JP Morgan and HSBC. So this could really be a black swan if some interesting testimony were to come to light. And GATA, of course, the Gold Antitrust Action Committee, they've got some very positive developments for the gold and silver market that they're going to release, and they've been asked to testify, so this is going to be very exciting. Additionally, the healthcare bill passed last night, and I thought we'd see a little bit more in the market, but we haven't so far. It's going to take a long time for this to work its way through, but we can be assured that the same dimwits that run the DMV and the post office are now going to be in charge of your health care. And we saw in the 20th century how much governments cared about the health care of their citizens. Governments were the leading cause of non-natural deaths, whether it's Stalin or Lenin or Hitler or Vietnam, whatever it is. So governments, they sure care about the health care of their livestock, and so this is going to be very fun for a lot of people, this healthcare bill, which is giving rise, there's a whole industry, the medical tourism industry, and I'm going to be in South America. Some of you may or may not know that Buenos Aires has some of the best medical care in the world, at a fraction of the cost that you'll get in the States. And there are other areas, Bangkok, India's got some good health care. So really you need to figure out how to design your lifestyle in such a way that you don't get engulfed in this police state, medical, industrial state, where they really don't care about your health. Just like the DMV doesn't care about the safety of your car, they just want their tax revenue. And just like the post office doesn't care whether you actually get your mail or not, they just want their nice steady paycheck, and they don't care about you getting junk mail, and wasting your time. They don't care about a lot of these things, and that's some of the perverse disincentives for good production that government introduces, and it's going to make all types of undesirable effects. This healthcare bill is so best to just somehow find a way to get away from it all. We also see Greece, the tail wagging the dog here. You're going to bail us out within a week, or bad things are going to happen. And I think, we're going to see the euro's evaporating relative to gold at a tremendous rate. And so we're going to see that continue to hasten as the Great Credit Contraction moves on. And, all of this is kind of tied together because how's this healthcare mess going to be paid for? Well, they're going to inflate the currency, which is going to further the evaporation. And so, how much can be thrown on the dollar? And that's where people are going, because it's kind of the alternative to the euro right now. And the yen and the pound are both in very bad shape, so we've got a lot happening there. Of course, Germany is going to have to bail out Greece because otherwise Germany won't matter on the world stage because the Eurozone won't matter if Greece is not bailed out. But this is creating all types of domestic problems in Germany. Germans are productive and they work, so we're going to take from the people that work hard, are the leading export economy of Europe, produce a lot of the wealth, work till they're 70 in order to bail out the fairly lazy Greeks who work until they're 50. So yeah, this makes a whole bunch of sense. And so of course there's going to be a big fight there. I mean, imagine if everybody in Texas who worked until they were 70 and produced a whole bunch of goods were supposed to bail out people in California who got to live high on the hog and only work till they're 50. And that would create all types of problems. And yet that's what we're seeing with this healthcare bill is you've got, Texas and Florida and these areas that are working very hard, and they're going to be bailing out the people, the welfare states of New York and California and things like that. And it's going to get ugly because all of these government workers think that they have money in their pensions. They think that somehow they can go along to get along. They'll just work another 5 years and their pensions will be there for them. And they don't understand that local, city, state, federal governments are all bankrupt. They're all living off of credit. The individual American consumer is living off of credit. The real wealth in America has been fleeing extremely fast. The human capital is now beginning to flee even faster because they see the writing on the wall. They're setting up, they're learning how to vanish, from our blog over there, Bill Rounds and I, howtovanish.com. We released that bank privacy report, and it's very surprising to see the number of people that want residency in other countries, second passports, things of that nature. So if you're interested, contact us. Bill's still taking a few clients right now. I don't take any clients. I do help Bill out occasionally if he needs some help with things because I have a little bit more experience in that area. Mainly from practical experience. But anyways, there's lots of things people can do to get themselves and their affairs in order so that they're insulated against some of these risks. Because, unless you see the handwriting on the wall, the U.S.'s goose is cooked. It's done. And there's not really much opportunity left in the United States. The opportunity is abroad, and you have to set up your lifestyle and you have to set up your businesses in a way that you can avoid these vampire squids, whether it's Goldman Sachs, who bankrupts Greece through credit default swaps on their debt, turns around and says, whoa, all of our contributions from 401ks and IRAs have dried up. We need to get forced insurance premiums to keep the stock market up. And so they force through this healthcare bill. These vampire squids are just... they're loose and causing all types of damage, and it's reverberating through the economy. And eventually, getting back to where we started, the gold and silver markets are going to blow up. It's going to be a black swan that's like a black Nazgul from Lord of the Rings that flies around and just destroys everything. Because when Lehman Brothers collapsed, it stopped the flow of dollars throughout the world. We're talking trillions of dollars, It's like the circulatory system of a body just stopping. That's what happened. And that's what, hopefully we don't have an event like that with the CFTC testimony where the markets just blow up. And when Lehman Brothers went down, there were large blue chip companies. We're talking like Fortune 100, Fortune 50 companies calling up the Treasury saying, we can't make payroll. Because, the commercial paper and things like that had seized up, had frozen. And that's what we're looking at, if people have to make payroll with a silver coin or a gold coin or things of that nature. And so hopefully, no one wants to see something like that happen. It would be absolutely crazy, but it is within the realm of possibility because, after all, it's just a confidence game. And there's no reason to have confidence in it. It's an absolute joke. And so, I'd recommend getting your affairs and your lifestyle in order in a way that you might be hedged against these types of events that could possibly happen. Anyways, just some rambling thoughts on the 68th episode of the RunToGold.com podcast, and I'll let you know I've had a very exciting time over these past few weeks closing these deals, and just it's been a lot of fun, and I wish everybody the best.
This is John Rubino from DollarCollapse.com, and you're listening to Run to Gold.